Hey guys, it's Ted with OAXRAY, and today I'm going to talk about route planning, how you can make the most out of your day on Amazon FBA. So over the years, I built a bunch of different routes for myself, and what I mean by routes are whenever I am in my local area or I'm driving to an area that I haven't been to before, I like to map out where I'm going to go before I get there so I have an idea the best routes to take with the least amount of mileage on my car and just being the most efficient. So I want to show you guys a route that I built a while ago, long time ago, years, probably 2 years ago, and this is it. So I live in Virginia Beach. If I open in my Google Maps, I will see the specific Ollie's map that I created. I would drive Ollie's to Ollie's looking for specific items, and I would create a map like this. The easiest thing to do is have your starting point and right click and import, or you can write down all of the addresses to all of the Ollie's or all of the thrift stores or CHKDs. I actually have lists for a whole bunch of different stores that I would go to, including thrift stores and things. But it's actually pretty simple. So here's my starting point. I'm going to do directions. This is going to bring up driving directions, and then I can do from Virginia Beach. So it's going to get me a good starting point right there. If I zoom back in, now I'm able to add secondary destinations. So right here, I'm going to do right there. It automatically adds it. And I can just kind of scroll down and make the most efficient map. Now, I want to go to all of these stores, so I'm just going to keep adding these to my map. And I actually remember driving this route. This took this took 2 days of driving essentially nonstop, running in the store, grabbing different items, and just trying to do things as quickly as possible because I don't like to drive at night. So what I did was I drove early as possible in the morning. It was still light outside, and I got all the way to Washington, and then I remember the sun was coming up. I'd been driving for 3 or 4 hours. I woke up extremely early, and then I hit all these in a row, and I stopped somewhere in Philadelphia. I don't remember where I stopped, but these are the kind of routes that you can use to be the most efficient whenever you're going to different stores. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to add items. So the cool thing about this is I can import this into my phone, and now I can hit the searches for the next address one at a time. And then I'll end back at my home in Virginia Beach 2 days later, and I will be pretty efficient doing it. If I go back here, you can see a few of the routes, a few of the maps that I've created. Here's one for CHKD thrift stores in my area. You can see this is a nearby city. Once a week, I would go and I'd go to all of these CHKD thrift stores. They made me a lot of money when I was selling books. Also, you can use Google Maps for a few other purposes. One of my favorite ones was keeping track of my groups. So I'm a part of FBA Master Group, and I created this map right here, and everyone input their zip code and where they were from, and I was able to create a map of all the people in the United States who were selling on Amazon who are also part of the FBA Masters group. So here I am in Virginia Beach. I had no idea there was someone who was also in Virginia Beach selling, and I'm able to click on their name, see a little bit about them, and whenever I travel, I can also see people who I might intersect. So whenever I'm driving up to Richmond, I can see people who are living in Richmond and find their Facebook and contact them directly and ask if they want to do a direct meetup. So there's a few ways to use Google Maps to make your life easier, but planning the routes is where most people will start. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe. And if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.